and welcome to our channel, beautiful butterflies in transformation. Okay, just like me. Hello, beautiful butterflies and perfect people. You are with Tanisha Ali, and today I'm talking about my wash routine. Now, I'm going to get into I'm going to be very general about why I did something a little different today in my wash routine. If you want to watch this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Shout out to Sheila out there with your beautiful self, who has grown a head of hair back in a very short amount of time from whence she's come. She was the image on the video when I first started really digging into thinning and the balding and some of the difficulties people with Sisterlocks were having. She contacted me this morning. I'm trying to get her to let me put the video on the video, maybe next time, because I want you to hear some of what she has to say. But she was using the magical hair growth serum, the I Am Melanin Magic line, which you can get www.IamMelaninMagic.com, and she's had some really wonderful results. Now, I've told all of you, everybody's hair is different. It depends on what's going on with your hair, how long you've had hair loss, what you've tried, and what the source of it is and how massive it can be. She had massive hair loss, but it was not due to something genetic necessarily, although we do have some of the ingredients in the product do combat the release of certain things that cause patterned hair balding over time. Some of the ingredients in the products do that. However, this product is way more successful with people who've lost hair because of Sisterlocks, or not because of Sisterlocks, because of things related to the style that can become potential challenges, like the frequent retightenings or the quality of the retightenings, or maybe even color. And you have hair loss systemically across your hair, although it could be thinning more in certain areas, because some of you are really getting big results with the edges. Me, edges. All right, but others of you are dealing with hair loss for other reasons. But if you are sure that your hair can grow back and is growing back, as evidenced by just watching it, observing it, and knowing that you don't have anybody in your family who genetically is losing hair, your sister, your grandmothers, your mothers, and you've had this style and you can relate to having had pain after retightenings and a whole litany of other things that I talk about in the videos, then it's worth giving it a try. But anyway, I wanted to talk about shampooing today because I'm technically to see I'm at about 6.5 weeks, and you all know I never really shampoo that early. I'm due to see Efrage in about 2 weeks to get my next retightening, which is going to be a new thing as well because I never go that frequently. Now, I'm still going to do the front part of my hair because that's the part I've been kind of taking over in my own little way, observing some things and doing some things with that part of my hair. So she's going to retighten my hair because I got to go back to Atlanta, and I also have to get my braces done. I'm trying to time things. So I wanted to wash my hair. I may wash it again right before I go. It just depends. I wanted to talk a little bit about my hair washing routine and why I washed it this time, kind of in between. One of the things that I've noticed as very important that I learned from whence we've come earlier in my journey, which was a big mistake for me, was I used to use a lot of oils on my hair like every single day. The oil that I used to make, although it was different, it was heavier. It was a different constituency then than it is now. But that same constituency could work for other people because of the hair care needs that you might have. But what I was doing was I was saturating my hair with that all the time, which is one of the reasons why my hair grew so profusely, but it was also so strong and it could withstand a lot of the other things that I was doing. But what I wasn't doing was washing thoroughly enough or frequently enough, more thoroughly than anything else. Because when I was using that quantity of oil to not wash thoroughly and still have my locks have oil on them when I got out of the shower because I only wanted to wash one time because I didn't want to put the extra stresses on my hair, I did myself a disservice because that made my hair heavier, number one. It also caused me to attract a lot more residue and stuff from the environment, cosmic lint. So it presented me with various challenges. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been working on a particular area of my hair. where my locks are smaller, okay, where you all know I used to be able to show you this area after I got a retightening, and you could see a lot of scalp. You're going to notice this next time when I get my retightening, you're going to see a lot less scalp. This area here, primarily where there used to be a lot more scalp showing, and I just thought that was my hair and I didn't think anything of it. I started using the Magical Hair Growth Serum probably a year ago, maybe 8, 9, 10 months ago. I noticed a big difference in a couple of weeks, but I dropped off like we do on a lot of things. So I'm focusing in on this area right here, and I grew another little lock and put a little thing right here because of some hair that is grown in. This is an extension down here. This is just me braiding in some hair until I can get this to be strong enough right up in here where it can be there on its own. I don't want to lose it back again to all of the curls and the baby hair that I have up front. This is the hardest area for me to grow and hold on to hair. So I was really doing double time with the Magical Hair Growth Serum, putting a lot on, putting a lot on, putting a lot on. And being that I'm going out in the grass today to cut the grass and I can let my hair dry in the sun because it's really hot outside, I thought, go ahead and wash your hair. It's 2 weeks before you get your retightening. You may wash it again later, but go ahead and do it today, because if not, all of that oil, that serum is heavier. I've told you, never put it on your locks. Don't put it on this part. Only use it in this area. And if you don't get this out, it's going to continue to accumulate. So go ahead and rinse it out, and then you can use it again up until the next couple weeks, and then you can take it out again. So that's part of, although not entirely, why I decided to do a clarifying shampoo today. I have this because the last time I did the apple cider vinegar rinse, and I haven't posted that video. I have a couple of videos I need to go ahead and post, and I'm going to post it. My verdict is still out with that. My hair was light and it felt wonderful, and it was stripped of everything in a good way, but it also brought up a lot of stuff in my hair that did not disappear just because I did the apple cider vinegar rinse. And so there were a couple areas where I knew there's one lock in here where I know I'm going to need to go in and open it up a little bit and give it some space and massage it, or just do it with my hands. I'm not saying, you know how I am. Don't go in with this if you're not. Use your fingers, okay? Or just kind of open it up. You can use a push pin. It's on you. Don't do what I do. Do what you think is right. But I needed to open that area up and massage it so that the next time I went in with something like this, it could help to lift what that was, okay? And so I said, let me go ahead and do this clarifying shampoo. I did this after the apple cider vinegar rinse because I was horrified after the apple cider vinegar rinse. I've had my locks for 10 years plus, and I saw a lot of stuff in my locks that I expected to just magically come out, because you watch people with thick locks and people who hadn't washed their hair, and the sink is like black, green, brown, and they got all this stuff. Depending upon your situation, and because our locks are so small and so tight, you may have to work some of that out. So be prepared to do that. You may have to also follow up subsequently with a clarifying shampoo, which is what I did a lot of that day. The very next day I got up, I soaked my hair again, and in this clarifying shampoo and some more apple cider vinegar, and rinsed some more, and it did wonders. It did wonders. So it's important that as you're using oils on your hair that you are doing thorough washing and making sure you pull everything out in between, not in between, during your washes, so that when you start over again, your hair is not weighed down by anything that you're putting in your hair, even if it is a light oil. While you absorb some of it, your hair is going to hold on to it. So you want to be mindful of that so that you can really achieve and get all the benefits of why you're using it in the first place. Especially if you're using the Magical Hair Growth Serum, do your due diligence when it comes to washing. Just wash thoroughly and make sure your hair is clean, it feels lighter, and that you also, again, do not put the Magical Hair Growth Serum on your actual locks. Please refrain from doing that, beautiful, beautiful sisters. So I wash my hair twice with this. All right, and then I went in with the Bronner Brothers shampoo, which I have used since the beginning. After I think I used the Sisterlocks shampoo for maybe until it ran out. I never used that stuff again, and I started with the Bronner Brothers. That's always 1 part Bronner Brothers, 3 parts water, and you can add a few essential oils that you want to use depending upon what it is you're working on. At the time, I've always been working on my scalp, so I make sure I use clove. Okay, I might put 1 drop of cinnamon or something in there, but nothing major. That shampoo already has oil in it. So if you want to add something else, that's fine, but just be mindful that your hair care needs change depending upon what your hair is telling you it needs. Keep that in mind. The other thing with the clarifying shampoo, not so much this time, well, I should say this time, because I did. The reason why I shouldn't say this time is because I used this. I got this from the Family Dollar store down the street. It's Tresemme. It's a conditioner. It says anti-breakage conditioner. It's very light. I love it because it is extremely light. And y'all know I don't use conditioner in my hair. Usually the only time I put conditioner in my hair is when I've done a color and I need to follow the protocol for the color to put some of the stuff back in my hair that the color has stripped out. That's when I use it. I also noticed after I did the apple cider vinegar rinse the last time, because it strips everything out of your hair, that vinegar, that acid is very harsh, you're going to notice your hair feels like, you know when you wash dishes, your mama used to come in and she would do this on the dishes, and if she couldn't hear a squeak, she'd put the dishes back in the sink and say they're not clean. Your hair is going to be like that times 100. So it's super important that if you don't want to have to, your hair, with my hair being this long, I can't afford to have my hair like that and be tangled up like that and be trying to pull on stuff. Because remember, if it's like that here, it's like that in here as well. Which means if I try to get through that with wet hair and that kind of tangling, I'm going to end up losing some hair. I'm going to pay the price. So I learned that when I did the apple cider vinegar rinse. So thankfully I got this. And I put this in, and I gotta tell y'all, if you had to use a conditioner at all, I really like this because it's thin. It's so thin. It's not heavy like most conditioners, and it glides through and it immediately will detangle. It's a great product to follow up a suave clarifying shampoo with. It's a great product because it gives your hair that elasticity. It immediately, within seconds, smoothens it out, and it's not heavy. It's so easy to rinse out. It comes out right away. So after doing all that and then drying my hair and just kind of going through, and I'm doing this while I have the conditioner in. Now, mind you, because my hair is so long, when the water hits it, it gets heavy. So I'm constantly putting it up on my shoulder while I'm in the shower, or I'm taking a piece of hair and I'm holding it over here so that it's not just hanging. Whatever it is that I'm working with at that time, I've got to protect that hair because the water plus the length feels extremely heavy. And if you have joint issues or you got issues with your neck, is heavy, but then it's going to pull on your roots, and you don't want that. Okay, so I just kind of go through, and you see as I'm doing this, I'm holding this. I'm not going to pull my hands straight all the way through without giving my hair some sort of support. I'll do that when I curl my hair. You all see me do that. This is critical because as these locks get longer, and I know y'all, if some of you watch the channel frequently, you watched that more recent video that I had where I was talking about some of the legit issues with longer locks. Like, you do have to be careful. These bad boys, they get really heavy in the shower. So in doing all this, I just kind of made sure my hair was detangled. I rinsed for a very long time, something I did not used to do years ago, and I learned the hard way with, okay? And I just blotted my hair dry. Now, before that, I also, because I talk about ringing and the things that mess your hair up over time when you're wringing your hair out, don't do that. Fold it a few times and just press, okay? If you have to turn anything, maybe turn just one time and then press, but do not just wring your hair out like this and do like this. It's not going to be good for your hair, okay? Before you start doing any of that, let it drop for a moment and just let the gravity pull the water down, all right? And then I turn it over my head. I put my towel on it, and I let my towel hold it up and begin the process of drying. Okay, then I went through and I found that one lock that was a problem on this side, and I just looked at it. I found that little piece where I felt residue and saw a little bit of residue, and at that time, because my hair was wet, I was able to just pull it right out without tearing the hair. It came out. And why did it come out? Because I did the clarifying shampoo. So the point of this video ultimately is to tell you that periodically you should do a clarifying shampoo on your hair. Make sure that when you do a clarifying shampoo that you do go back in with something that's going to help to detangle your hair. Once my hair is dry or it's halfway dry, I'm going to go in with the premium oil blend, the I Am Melon the Magic Premium Blend, and I'm going to further really get into the business of detangling my hair and getting ready to do the retightening up here that I need to do before I see Frage in a couple weeks. So that's me just telling you, clarify at a regular interval that works for you. Make sure that you find something to help to detangle if when you use a clarifying shampoo, your hair feels, very, very tangly and extremely dry, rubbery, and it's very squeaky. Don't just try to pull that apart, especially if your hair is long. Even if it's not long, you're going to find your hair is going to feel tangled. So you may need something to help you. And if you do decide to use a conditioner, get something that's very light. Super, super light, that is not going to be hard to rinse out, but that is going to be effective. It's going to work very quickly to kind of help get you over that hump. Again, typically, I usually will wash at my retightenings. Before my retightenings, every now and then I'll wash in the middle or somewhere around 2/3 of the time. Like if I'm doing a 10 or 11 week, I might wash at about 7 weeks or something like that. I don't wash very much, and I don't get buildup on my scalp because the I Am Melon the Magic Premium Oil keeps my scalp fairly clean. It keeps it very clean when I consider all the problems I used to have right here in my hair with the flakiness and the stuff that made me create the blend in the first place. A little bit of irritation up here, and just like my hair just was constantly, after I washed it, it would build back up again. So I don't have those issues. I don't have, my scalp feels good. My scalp is not holding what I can perceive as anything substantial. My hair feels good. It feels clean. You know, those oils have a lot of bacteria and fungal fighting properties. So for me, I'm not talking about, because your situation could be different. For me, that wash cycle has worked up to this point, and I'll probably continue it until I decide there's a reason to try something else. Now, in the summer, if I'm exercising and doing all that stuff, depending, I might need a little bit more. If I'm going to the beach, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to wash differently. If I'm swimming, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something differently. But I try to do what I can not to contribute to extra stress, and sometimes shampooing can be a stress to the hair depending on the quality of the water, depending upon what it is you're using to wash your hair, depending upon the state that your hair is in, and so many other variables. So that's why I always suggest pay attention to your hair, investigate, be vigilant, monitor, look to your hair for feedback so they can tell you what it needs, and then you make your decisions accordingly. You are with Tanisha Ali of Tanisha's Locks, Beauty Tips and Potpourri. I hope y'all having a beautiful day. I hope y'all are feeling peaceful, productive, and prosperous. I'm getting ready to get out here in this yard in the back. It's a tiny little amount. I'm gonna fool around with Albie for a little bit, and I am going to the beautiful Stephanie Lock Jewels. I got to bring this to y'all on a different video, but this is beautiful. I just washed my hair. I didn't want to take it out. It's just so beautiful. I should have taken it out, but I didn't want to take it out. But yeah, and let my hair, I'm going out into the backyard. I'm going to let it dry in the sun, and then tonight I'm pretty convinced I'm probably going to go ahead and roll it up so that I can have some curls, and I have some different rollers that we're going to try. So hopefully you'll see the next video after whenever this one posts, and you'll see these new little rollers I have. I think they're going to be, well, I think they might become my new go-to, my new favorite. Okay, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. I hope you're having a wonderful experience. If you're not having a wonderful experience, I hope that you are motivated to create a wonderful experience. counting your blessings, feeling a sense of gratitude with wherever you are in your life. Do not let what is out there dictate how you feel in here. That is not the reality. This is the reality. If you haven't purchased my Manifesting Your Masterpiece book, you can get it on Amazon. If you are trying to manifest a masterpiece in your book and you're working towards healing and you're in a space of finding yourself or finding clarity in your life, up-leveling your mindset and embracing a prosperity consciousness, and you're interested in moving into more of a quantum world reality, that would be a good book to help you along the way. And also, if you're interested in the products, you can just go to I Am Melanin, MELANIN, Magic, MAGIC, no K.com, and you can order the products. The anti-aging skin serum, that's a whole nother animal. Really gives you, going to elevate your skin, give you a glow, smooth out lines. You got to put it on though. You got to wear it regularly. It's going to really help your skin to feel good. It's going to do for your skin what the oils do for a lot of your hair. You can get that now too for almost the price of one. It's on sale until the end of June. So it's a great time to get that. Naima, since summer is coming, is going to be doing more with our website and some marketing. So keep an eye out on marketing emails, because I'm going to be running a couple of really good sales this summer. In the months of July and August, probably going to be running some sales. So keep checking back with the either with the channel or on the website, because I want to reward those of you who support not only the channel, but really love the products and can benefit from getting something at a discounted price. All right. So that's something to just kind of keep in your, store it up there in file 13. Beautiful, beautiful one. Lots of love to you. I got it.